Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Thank you. So first of all, I'd like to thank the organizers for making this program to happen. It's such an important thing to do for the members of the Krishna Consciousness Movement to make our connection with the Srila Prabhupada very firm. And I'd like to thank you all for being here also. Sarvadrik Prabhu was mentioning about taglines today, Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanan. And like Atul Krishna Prabhu was mentioning, I became the head of the administration in the international school just about a few months ago, and I was also thinking of a tagline for the school. Like a tagline is like a sentence that helps you to identify give you a sense of identity and purpose. And I thought that a good tagline will be our future hope. And then just maybe a few weeks back, Yamasnimi Prabhu came to my house unexpectedly, and he invited me to speak for this program. And then I said to him, so what's the topic? And he said, our future hope. So I thought, okay, maybe Krishna wants me to speak on the topic. I don't know if we have the slides there. Yeah. You can put the slides, Prabhu? Yeah. So Prabhupada, he used this expression that the children are the future hope of the society. He used the sentence at least 6 times in different letters, and I like to read some of those quotes. So please also take care of the children. They are our future hopes, and the adolescent age is the most dangerous age. It is the turning point of one's life. In this age, if you take care of the children, surely they will come out first class, Krishna conscious devotees. Letter to Hayagriva, 1969. Next one, please. That is the success of the movement, because younger generation, they are the flowers, the future hope of the country, of the world. If they take this movement seriously, then the whole world will be happy. Another lecture in 1972. It's another quote with the same, with the next slide. If the children are given a Krishna conscious education from early childhood, then there is a great hope for the future of the world. Next slide, please. This is also 1973, a letter. Extend your activities to the university campus, because the younger generation is our future hope. Bamboo, while it's green, can be bent and carved, but while it is yellow and ripe, if there is an attempt to bend it, it cracks. So Prabhupada, today we're trying to connect with the Srila Prabhupada. In our Sastric teaching, one of the aims of Sastric study is mood and mission, understanding the mood and the mission of Srila Prabhupada. And the mood of Srila Prabhupada towards children is very clear. He is saying that he is the future hope. As members of the Krishna Consciousness Movement, it is our saving grace actually to understand what is Srila Prabhupada's mood and to implement that mood into our lives. We may read the books, we may dress as devotees, but the real thing is to actually imbibe Prabhupada's mood in every aspect of our lives. Prabhupada's, when we study the Shastra, Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti by Baba, and we go scrutinizingly go through the purports of Srila Prabhupada, we find so many sentences that really are very personal. They define our founder Acharya. And some of these main characteristics of Srila Prabhupada, of course, is his compassion, his broad-mindedness, his humility. Also, he's a very bold person, very confident. And this is a mood that Prabhupada had towards the children, is the future hope. So, what is our mood towards the children? And if we, as ISKCON as a society over the last 50 plus years now, what was the mood towards children? Did we see them as the future hope? Certainly for some time, it wasn't like this. And I think it's very important that we have a change of heart in regards to this, because this is what Prabhupada wanted. Sometimes we may see children as a burden. Sometimes we may see children and we may think that, oh, this is the grihastas, they cannot control their senses, or so many misconceptions. They are a disturbance. So as a society and also individually, we need to understand the importance of our children. And to understand the importance of the children. Why? Can you put the next slide, please? This is also Prabhupada's mood and mission in regards to children. So I may inform you that all our children born of Krishna conscious parents, they are welcome. And I want hundreds of children like that. Because in future, we expect to change the face of the world, because child is the father of man. Later, 1968. Next slide, please. So, Srila Prabhupada, he had a mission. And the mission was, he expressed on one occasion to Burijan Prabhu, that I want every single person in the entire world to become Krishna conscious. And one big asset that we have in ISKCON now as the society is expanding is that we are bringing very special souls to this world. These souls, I mean, you can see them here in Mayapur. We have sitting here many of our students from Smith, and there on that side we have some of the Gurukul students. Little interaction with them, we can see that these devotees, they are not ordinary souls. They have so much Krishna consciousness just by default. So how important is for us to fan that Krishna consciousness? If we don't do that, we're doing the greatest damage. It's a sacrilege, actually. It's the most, is so important. We may be grihastas, we may have our own children, and when we're talking about hope, actually, you can put the next slide, please, bro. This is another quote. This is actually from Srimad Bhagavatam, Thomas Pramana for us. It is necessary for the leaders of the Krishna consciousness movement to start educational institutions in different parts of the world to train children starting at the age of 5 years. Thus, such children will not become hippies or spoiled children of society. Rather, they can all become devotees of the Lord. The face of the world will then change automatically. Srimad Bhagavatam 4:12-23. So this was the hope that Srila Prabhupada is talking about. He wanted to change the face of the world. And please, the next slide. So when we're talking about our future hope, hope implies a vision of a better future. It focuses on the future. Sometimes it is true. I'm a father of 2 kids, and it's burdensome often. It's difficult. But we are looking towards the future, and it creates a very positive expectation. On what basis? On the basis of what Srila Prabhupada is teaching us. On the basis of Krishna intervening, and Krishna, these devotees being actually these children, they are Krishna's children. So we are focusing on the future, we are having a positive expectation, and at the same time, it motivates us now to do the needful, whatever it may be. This should be a priority for the society. For the society to grow. Prabhupada, you can put the next slide, please. A famous purport in the 8th chapter of the first canto, Srimad Bhagavatam, Prabhupada is explaining about protection. He says that there are 5 members of the society that require our special protection. And of course, we know it's the cows, the brahmanas, the women, the elderly, and the children. And you can see how refined Krishna consciousness is. That the protection of children goes even before they are born. The protection of children gives, and what is that protection of children? It's not just protection about the physical body, but what it is. So here it says, the protection of children gives the human form of life its best chance to prepare the way of liberty from material bondage. Such protection of children begins from the very day of begetting a child by the purificatory process of Garbhadana Samskara, the beginning of pure life. So this is so revolutionary. The conception of child protection that Prabhupada is presenting us, that it goes before even they're born. You prepare yourself, you prepare your consciousness, you prepare your home to welcome that soul, and as a service, as an offering to Srila Prabhupada, we are educating these children. So either we are grihastas or we are the leaders of the society, we have to imbibe, inculcate this paradigm that Prabhupada is giving us, that children are the future hope. Next slide, please. And Prabhupada said that at least if 1% of the whole population becomes Krishna conscious, the whole world will be a different world. This is Prabhupada's vision, how this is going to take place. Cultivating, giving protection to the children, educating them in Krishna consciousness. This will give such an example for the rest of the world. Because people see who we are. They may be interested in the message, but the most interesting thing for anyone, particularly nowadays, is are we walking our talk? I think it was St. Francis, he says that preach all the time, even if sometimes you have to speak, Or it also says sometimes that who you are speaks so loud that I cannot hear what you're saying. So, what example, what image are we giving to the rest of the world? It depends on how we treat our children, how we do so many things. On one occasion, Prabhupada was asked, this was in Gainesville in the early 70s, how will we recognize, how your disciples will be recognized? And he expressed they will behave like perfect ladies and gentlemen. So much emphasis on our behavior and who we are and how we treat each other. And Prabhupada was the perfect example. I wanted to show the slides today because it's so many nice images of Srila Prabhupada interacting with the children. On one occasion, Prabhupada said that, taking care of your child is more important than your deity worship. That was Prabhupada's broad-mindedness. So the message I wanted to transmit today to you is basically this point, and this is our last slide. Prabhu, could you please put it? That taking care of our children will bring a better future for ISKCON and society at large. And it's not just the leaders, it's us, how we see them, how we treat them, how we provide, how we get involved.